Success isn't some distant mountain peak shrouded in mystery. Right now, in this moment, you possess everything needed to create the life you desire. Many spend years searching for some hidden secret, some magical formula that will transform their lives over. But I'm here to tell you something different, something real. I remember sitting at my desk one ordinary Tuesday morning, staring at a stack of unpaid bills. The clock on the wall seemed to mock me with each tick. That's when it hit me. A truth so simple yet so powerful that it changed my life forever. Success isn't complicated. It never was. We're the ones who make it complicated. Every morning, millions of people wake up searching for the secret to success. They read books, attend seminars, watch videos, always looking for that one missing piece. But here's what I discovered that Tuesday morning. The answers were already within me. They're within you too. Every person who achieved great success started exactly where you are now. They weren't born with special privileges or extraordinary talents. They simply understood and applied certain principles that I'm about to share with you. The truth about achievement is surprisingly simple. It's not about knowing more. It's about doing more with what you already know. It's about taking consistent action day after day, even when no one is watching. It's about making small, seemingly insignificant choices that compound over time into extraordinary. Right now, you're standing at a crossroads. One path leads to more of the same, more wishing, more hoping, more unfulfilled dreams. The other path leads to something different, something better. The choice is yours, and that choice begins with understanding what I'm about to share with you. Let me tell you something about success that might surprise you. True success isn't about fancy cars, big houses, or impressive job titles. Those are just results, symbols of something much deeper. True success is about becoming the person you were meant to be. It's about growing, contributing, and creating value for others while achieving your own dreams. Most people have it backwards. They chase the symbols of success instead of building the foundation. They want the rewards without the responsibility. They want the harvest without planting the seeds. This brings us to why most people fail to achieve their dreams. Here's the hard truth. Most people fail not because they lack ability, but because they lack consistency. They start strong, filled with excitement and motivation. But when that initial excitement fades, and it always does, they stop taking action. They let their goals slip away, one missed day at a time. I've watched countless talented individuals fall into this trap. They wait for the perfect moment. They wait for motivation. They wait for permission. But success doesn't wait. It acts. Success is built through daily actions, not occasional bursts of effort. Building a house. You don't build it in one giant leap. You build it brick by brick, day by day. Each brick might seem insignificant on its own, but together they create something remarkable. Your success works the same way. Each small action, each daily habit, each choice you make. These are your bricks. The power of daily actions is extraordinary. When you commit to doing something positive every single day, no matter how small, you set powerful forces in motion. These forces work in your favor, creating momentum that becomes almost unstoppable. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine saving just $1 a day. Seems trivial, doesn't it? But add to that dollar every day, consistently, for years. Add in compound interest, and that trivial amount becomes significant. Your daily actions work the same way. They compound over time. But here's where most people get stuck, their comfort zone. That warm, cozy place where everything feels safe and familiar. The comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. Success requires you to step out, to feel uncomfortable, to do things that scare you. Breaking free from your comfort zone doesn't mean taking wild risks. It means taking calculated steps into unfamiliar territory. It means raising your hand when you're afraid to speak. It means making that phone call you've been avoiding. It means starting that project you've been dreaming about. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, it expands. What once seemed impossible becomes manageable. What once scared you becomes routine. This is how you grow. This is how you transform. This is how you succeed. The formula for success is actually quite simple. Define what success means to you personally. Take daily actions toward that definition. Push past your comfort zone consistently. Keep going when others quit. That's it. No magic, no secrets. Just consistent, purposeful action. Remember this, your daily actions are like votes for the person you want to become. Every time you make the tough choice, Every time you do what needs to be done, you're voting for success. Every time you take the easy way out, you're voting for mediocrity. The choice is always yours. You can stay in your comfort zone, safe but stagnant. Or you can step out, face your fears, and grow into the person you're capable of becoming. The formula for success is waiting for you to apply it. Will you? The most powerful tool you'll ever own sits right between your ears. Your mind is like a supercomputer, but here's what most people never realize. You are the programmer. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every image you hold in your mind is programming your future. Thought patterns. Right now, your mind is running programs that you installed years ago. Some of these programs serve you well. Others hold you back. The good news, you can change these patterns. You can rewrite the code of your mind. Every morning when you wake up, your mind starts running its usual programs. Maybe you automatically think, I'm tired, or I hate Mondays, or I can't do this. These aren't just random thoughts. They're patterns you've practiced thousands of times. They have become your default programming. But here's something fascinating about your mind. It can't tell the difference between what's real and what you vividly imagine. This is why professional athletes use visualization. They're literally programming their minds for success. You can do the same thing. Your subconscious mind is like a faithful servant. It doesn't judge whether your thoughts are good or bad. It simply acts on them. Feed it thoughts of failure, and it will find ways to fail. Feed it thoughts of success, and it will find ways to succeed. It's that simple and that powerful. Want to program your subconscious for success? Start with your first thoughts each morning. Instead of reaching for your phone, take 5 minutes to visualize your goals as already achieved. Feel the emotions of success. Your subconscious mind will accept these images as commands and begin working to make them real. Success habits don't appear by accident. They're created through conscious repetition. Want to build a new habit? Start small. Want to exercise every day? Begin with just 5 minutes. Want to read more? Start with 1 page. These small starts might seem insignificant, but they're actually powerful programming sessions for your mind. Think of your daily habits as software running in your brain. Some programs drain your energy and limit your potential. Others empower you and drive you toward success. The key is to consciously choose which programs you want running in your mind. Here's a simple but powerful technique. Every evening, write down your top 3 priorities for tomorrow. This programs your subconscious mind to work on these goals while you sleep. When you wake up, your mind will be primed and ready to take action. But let's talk about something crucial. Negative influences. Your mind is constantly absorbing information from your environment. Every conversation, every TV show, every social media post is either programming you for success or failure. You must become vigilant about what you allow into your mind. Take a hard look at the people around you. Are they lifting you up or pulling you down? Are their words programming you for success or failure? This isn't about judging others. It's about protecting your mental environment. Your mind is too valuable to be used as a dumping ground for negativity. To start paying attention to the words you use. Words are powerful programming tools. Replace I have to with I get to. Change I can't to how can I. These aren't just positive thinking tricks. They're actual reprogramming commands for your subconscious mind. Create a morning ritual that sets up your mental programming for the day. Mine takes just 15 minutes. 5 minutes of gratitude, 5 minutes of visualization, and 5 minutes of affirmations. This simple routine has reprogrammed my mind from focusing on problems to spotting opportunities. Your mind will always believe what you tell it most often. Tell it you're capable, and it will find ways to prove you right. Tell it you're stuck, and it will create roadblocks. The choice of programming is yours. Eliminate the phrase, I'll try from your vocabulary. This phrase programs your mind for failure. Instead, say, I will or I choose not to. This programs your mind for decisive action and clear choices. Your mind's hidden power isn't really hidden at all. It's available to you every moment of every day. The only question is, what programs will you choose to run? What thoughts will you choose to think? What influences will you choose to accept or reject? Your mind is waiting for your instructions. It's ready to power you towards success or hold you back in mediocrity. The choice of programming is yours. Choose wisely, program intentionally, and watch as your mind's hidden power begins to transform your life. Success without action is like trying to drive a car without starting the engine. You can have the best ideas, the most powerful mindset, But without action, you're just daydreaming. Let me share with you the blueprint that turns dreams into reality. Ideas first. Let's talk about setting clear targets. Most people's goals are like a fog, vague, unclear, and impossible to grasp. They say things like, I want to be successful or I want to make more money. These aren't targets, they're wishes. A real target is specific, measurable, and has a deadline. Let me show you how this works. Instead of saying, I want to make more money, say I will increase my monthly income to $10,000 by December 31st. See the difference? The first statement gives your mind nothing to aim at. The second statement is like giving your mind GPS coordinates. It knows exactly where to go. Your targets must be written down, not typed on your phone, not kept in your head, written down with pen and paper. Something magical happens when you write down your goals. They move from the realm of imagination into the physical world. They become real. Every morning, I want you to read your written targets. Every single morning without fail. This keeps your mind focused like a laser beam on what you want to achieve. Your subconscious mind will start working on these targets even when you're not consciously thinking about them. Now here's where most people get stuck. They have the target but don't know how to reach it. This is where breaking goals into steps becomes crucial. Think of building a house again. You don't just start laying bricks. You need blueprints, permits, materials, workers, each a separate step in the process. Take your biggest goal. Now break it down into monthly targets. Break those monthly targets into weekly actions. Break those weekly actions into daily tasks. Suddenly, that huge, overwhelming goal becomes a series of manageable steps. Your goal is to write a book in 1 year. Break it down. A typical book has about 60,000 words. That's 5,000 words per month, or about 1,250 words per week, or just 250 words per day. See how that massive goal becomes manageable when broken down. Time management isn't about managing time. It's about managing yourself. We all have the same 24 hours. What separates the successful from the unsuccessful is how they use those hours. Here's a secret: your most important work must be done in your most productive hours. Find your golden hours, those times when your energy and focus are at their peak. For me, it's early morning, from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. During these hours, I work on my most important tasks. No phone calls, no emails, no distractions. Just focused action on my highest priorities. To create time blocks in your schedule. Don't just make a to-do list. Assign specific times for specific tasks. When you're working, work. When you're resting, rest. This clarity of purpose eliminates the energy drain of multitasking and increases your productivity dramatically. Here's another time management secret. Use the power of deadlines. Your mind loves deadlines. They create urgency and focus. Set deadlines for everything, even small tasks. Then treat these deadlines as unchangeable commitments. Guard your time like it's your most precious resource, because it is. Learn to say no to activities that don't move you toward your goals. Every time you say yes to something unimportant, you're saying no to something vital. Choose wisely. Building momentum. Success is like pushing a heavy boulder. The hardest part is getting it to move that first inch. But once it's moving, it becomes easier to keep it rolling. This is the power of momentum. Start small, but start now. Don't wait for perfect conditions. They don't exist. Take one small action today, then another tomorrow. Each action builds upon the previous one. Soon, you'll have a momentum that's almost unstoppable. Track your progress. Keep a daily log of your actions and achievements. This serves two purposes: keep you accountable, and it shows you how far you've come. On tough days, looking back at your progress can provide the motivation to keep going. Great success triggers me. Specific actions that signal it's time to work. Maybe it's putting on your running shoes, sitting at your desk with a cup of coffee, or opening your notebook. These triggers tell your mind it's time for focused action. Jerry Seinfeld used a simple method. He marked an X on his calendar for every day. He wrote new material. His goal was to never break the chain of X's. You can use the same method for any daily action. The longer you streak, the more momentum you build. Use the power of small wins. Celebrate completing each step, no matter how small. These celebrations release dopamine in your brain, making you want to take more action. Success breeds success. Momentum builds momentum. Use a powerful technique. The 5-minute rule. When you're procrastinating on a task, commit to working on it for just 5 minutes. Often you'll find yourself wanting to continue once you've started. Motion creates emotion. Action creates motivation. Create accountability for your actions. Share your goals with someone who will hold you responsible. Better yet, find an accountability partner who's working towards similar goals. Check in with each other regularly. Support each other's progress. Remember this about action. It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Taking imperfect action consistently beats waiting for perfect action every time. Start where you are with what you have right now. Your blueprint for action is clear. Set specific targets. Write them down. Break them into manageable steps. Protect your time. Build momentum through consistent action. Follow this blueprint and success becomes not just possible, but inevitable. The time for action is always now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when conditions are perfect. Take out your notebook. Write down your target. Break it into steps. Schedule your first action. Then take that action no matter how small it seems. The difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do. Your actions tell the true story of your priorities. Make them count. Make them matter. Make them move you toward your goals, one step at a time. Life is a way of testing your commitment to success. The road ahead isn't smooth. It's filled with obstacles, setbacks, and unexpected challenges. But here's what separates winners from quitters. Winners understand that obstacles aren't stopping points. They're stepping stones. Handling setbacks. Every setback feels personal when it happens. Your mind wants to interpret it as a sign to quit, as proof that you're not good enough. This is normal, but it's also wrong. Setbacks aren't personal. They're part of the process. Learning to walk. Every child falls hundreds of times before mastering this skill. Did you interpret those falls as failures? Did you decide walking wasn't for you? No, you got back up and tried again. That's the attitude you need now. When setbacks hit, and they will hit, take a deep breath, the key breath, or step back from the emotional response. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to become stronger? This simple shift in perspective turns every setback into a setup for a comeback. Here's something powerful about failures. They're your best teachers. Success feels good, but it doesn't teach you much. Failure, on the other hand, is full of lessons. Every failure shows you what doesn't work, bringing you one step closer to what does work. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before creating a working light bulb. When asked about his failures, he said he hadn't failed. He'd found thousands of ways that didn't work. That's the mindset you need. Don't count your failures. Count your lessons. Keep a failure journal. Write down what went wrong and what you learned from it. This practice does two things. It helps you extract the lesson from each failure, and it shows you how far you've come. Looking back at old entries, you'll see how each failure made you stronger. Staying motivated isn't about feeling good all the time. Motivation comes and goes like the weather. The key is to keep moving forward even when motivation is low. Build systems that don't rely on motivation. Create habits that pull you forward when willpower isn't enough. One powerful way to stay motivated is to connect with your why. Why are you pursuing this goal? Who are you doing it for? What difference will it make? Write down your answers. Read them daily. Let them pull you forward when times get tough. Build resilience through small challenges. Start your day with something difficult, maybe a cold shower, an early workout, or tackling your hardest task first. Each small victory strengthens your resilience muscle. Each challenge you overcome makes you stronger for the next one. It's not about being tough all the time. It's about bouncing back. It's about getting up one more time than you fall. It's about maintaining forward motion, even if that motion is slow. Create a support system. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, who encourage you, who pick you up when you fall. Distance yourself from negative voices that drain your energy and undermine your confidence. Your environment shapes your resilience. The three-question method. When something goes wrong, ask yourself, what's good about this? What can I learn from this? How can I use this? These questions redirect your mind from problem-focused to solution-focused thinking. Remember that obstacles often appear largest right before you overcome them. The darkest hour comes before dawn. When things seem impossible, when you feel like giving up, you might be just steps away from a breakthrough. Keep going. Build what I call a resilience ritual. Mine includes reading motivational material, exercising, and reviewing my goals. This ritual becomes your anchor when times get tough. It reminds you who you are and what you're capable of achieving. Most importantly, understand this. Obstacles are not in your way. They are the way. They're not preventing your success. They're preparing you for it. Every obstacle overcome makes you stronger. Every setback handled makes you more capable. Your response to obstacles defines your character and determines your success. Choose to see them as opportunities. Choose to learn from them. Choose to let them make you stronger. This is how winners think. This is how champions are made. Success isn't random, it's systematic. Every successful person you admire follows a system, whether they realize it or not. Today, I'm going to share with you the system that turns ordinary people into high achievers. Let's start with your success routine. Your morning sets the tone for your entire day. My success routine starts at 5 a.m. Not because early mornings are magical, but because those quiet hours give me uninterrupted time to focus on what matters most. Create a routine that works for you? Mine includes meditation, exercise, reading, and reviewing my goals. But here's what makes it powerful. I do it every single day. Without fail, weekdays, weekends. Consistency is what creates results. Your success routine isn't just about mornings. Structure your entire day around peak performance. Block out specific times for important tasks. Create boundaries that protect your productive hours. Turn off notifications. Guard your time and energy like the precious resources they are. Measuring progress. What gets measured gets improved. Keep score in your life. Track your key activities daily. How many calls did you make? How many pages did you write? How many sales did you close? These numbers tell the true story of your efforts. Create a simple scorecard for your most important activities. Use a notebook, spreadsheet, or app. The tool doesn't matter. What matters is tracking your numbers every single day. This creates accountability and shows you exactly where you stand. Most people overestimate what they can achieve in a day and underestimate what they can achieve in a year. Regular measurement helps you stay realistic while showing you your true progress over time. Look at your trends, not just your daily numbers. Adjusting your course is crucial for success. The path to achievement isn't a straight line. You'll need to make constant adjustments based on your results. Think of yourself as a pilot on a long flight. Small corrections keep you on course to your destination. Review your progress weekly. What's working? What isn't? Be honest with yourself. Success requires ruthless self-evaluation. If something isn't producing results, change it. If something's working well, do more of it. Let your numbers guide your decisions. Focus is your most valuable asset in today's world. With endless distractions, competing for your attention, maintaining focus is harder and more important than ever. Create an environment that supports focus. Remove distractions before they remove your dreams. Use the power of single tasking. Multitasking is a myth. When you're working on your most important task, give it your complete attention. Turn off your phone, close your email. Create periods of deep, focused work. Your achievement system must include recovery time. Schedule breaks, take time to recharge. Just like an athlete needs rest between workouts, your mind needs time to recover between periods of intense focus. This isn't wasted time. It's part of the system. Create checkpoints in your day. Brief moments where you stop, assess, and adjust. Are you still on track? Are you still focused on what matters most? These checkpoints keep you aligned with your goals and prevent you from drifting off course. They take time to build, but save time once built. Invest in creating your achievement system now. Test it, refine it, perfect it. Once established, your system becomes the foundation of your success. Your system should feel natural, not forced. If it feels like a constant struggle, adjust it. The best system is the one you'll actually follow. Start simple. Add complexity only when needed. Let your system grow with you. This is the difference between amateurs and professionals. Your motivation. Professionals rely on system. Build your achievement system, follow it faithfully, and watch as it transforms your results day by day, week by week, year by year. The greatest power you possess is the power to begin. Right now, in this moment, you can make a decision that will change the course of your life. Not tomorrow, not next week. Not when conditions are perfect. Now. Every day you wait is a day, your future self loses forever. Your future self is watching you right now, hoping you'll make the right choice. That person you want to become. That more successful, more confident, more accomplished version of yourself is created by the decisions you make today. Let me tell you something about time. Time will pass regardless of what you do. 1 year from now will arrive whether you take action or not. The only question is, where will you be when it arrives? Will you be celebrating your progress, or will you be regretting another year of inaction? Your future self is the result of your present actions. Every decision you make today is like sending a gift forward in time. What gift would you send to your future self? Will it be the gift of progress, of growth, of achievement, or will it be the burden of regret? Taking the first step is the hardest part. I understand that. Your mind will create every excuse possible to stay in its comfort zone. But here's the truth. The first step doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be taken. Start small if you must. But start now. Write the first page. Make the first call. Send the first email. Take the first step toward your goal. Motion creates emotion. Action creates motivation. The simple act of beginning creates momentum that can carry you forward. Remember what we discussed today. Success isn't complicated, it's systematic. It's not about grand gestures, it's about daily actions. It's not about waiting for the right moment. It's about making this moment right. Your life will never be the same once you take that first step. Everything changes the moment you move from thinking about success to acting for success. The door to achievement opens with action and only action. I want you to make a promise to yourself right now. Promise that you won't let a day pass without taking action toward your goals. Promise that you won't let fear stop you. Promise that you won't let excuses hold you back. Take out your notebook right now. Write down the first 3 actions you'll take. Make them small, make them specific, make them achievable. Then, most importantly, take the first action before you sleep tonight. No exceptions, no excuses. The world is waiting for what you have to offer. Your dreams are waiting to be realized. Your potential is waiting to be unleashed. All that stands between you and your dreams is action. Consistent, purposeful, determined action. The time is now. The person is you. The decision is yours. Make it count. Make it matter. Make it happen. Your future self is counting on you. Don't let them down. So now go. Take that first step. Make that first move. Start that first task. Your success story begins with this moment, with this decision, with this action. The future belongs to those who act. Make it yours.